Hello, welcome back to Ask the Landlord. I got a recent question from a resident about succession. In New York State, where there's like rent control, rent stabilization, very often there's a person on the lease who's living in the unit, and then there's other residents who also live in the unit. And then if something should happen to the person who was on the lease and the other people lived in the unit, they have succession rights, the ability to stay in the apartment, to continue living there. There are some rules about that, so I did print them out so I could read them to you. In New York State, family member, quote unquote, of the tenant may have the right to a rent stabilized renewal lease or protection from eviction in an apartment under rent control when the tenant dies or permanently leaves the apartment. And then, so basically you have the right to a renewal lease or protection from eviction if you reside with the tenant as a primary resident in the apartment for 2 years immediately prior to the death of or permanent departure of the apartment by the tenant. So that's something to pay attention to. And, very often people don't realize that that's the rights they have. We had that recently, and sure, your tenant was living there for a long time and her parent passed away and now they took over the lease. So good to know. Take care.